greatness. The invasion. Yeah. The infiltration.
You've got to leave the Gulf Coast if you ever want to amount to shit.
Yeah. I mean,
that's an interesting point.
You know, any jabron that's got a ring, he's all of a sudden a promoter. You know.
Car.
What?
Would you mind getting your pole, Uncle Marcel, another beer, please?
Yeah. I move quicker now that I've lost weight.
All right.
There's good reason. There's very few quality promotions going on. I can only name 2 that have their shit halfway together that are running, you know, anywhere from Louisiana all the way over through the Panhandle right now.
What are they?
Well,
You know, somebody used to tell me I used to be on him all the time. I'd dog him out. But he said that he's going to go home and kill himself.
he used to dress up in a...
So during the angle,
Really?
he flips the little girl out of the wheelchair. Legs come over her head. And the promo he cuts before that, the one thing they tell him, look, before you go out there, do not say cripple. Well, they had the late great Bobby Shane. Well, what would have been Ric Flair of Mado would have been right there with Ric Flair if he lived. He got killed in a plane crash in 1975. He comes in the door. He is wanting to be a wrestler. This guy, he couldn't bend down and touch his toes. They said, well, he's got his money. He wants to pay it. I raised immoral hell. I was like, no, we are not taking this kid's money. No. He's wasting this kid, we're wasting his time. Wasting his time. That boy ain't gonna never make nothing. This kid just adamantly shows up, will not go away.
25 lists of the worst wrestlers in the area.
No, the shittiest wrestlers in the area.
Yes.
And then
correct the title.
It got so much attention. I think it had 1,000 views in like 3 weeks, so I decided to make 25 more.
That's 50 shitty.
And I could have gone on to 200 and 300, but.
And you know what? I tell you what, if there's a guy that deserves it, there is not a guy that deserves it any more than he does right there.
100%.
That is the hardest working guy that on the Gulf Coast.
Mobile, Alabama, at the Municipal Auditorium down there, that big brown building you see on the side there when you come across the interstate. It held 10,000 people. That auditorium held 10,000. This is 1972.
72. Okay.
72. And they put in that building that night, after they built this for 7 weeks, it finally come to a head, and they met that night, and they packed that Municipal Auditorium, over 10,000 people seated.
Wow.
And they let so many more. The fire marshal, look at the chills on me right now. I still remember like it was yesterday. The fire marshal let I don't know how many more hundreds in to stand for standing room only, and they cut the door. She shut the doors and left the rest of them out. And they was lined out. I don't know how much further out back. There's no telling how many people. There was probably 11,000, 12,000 people there that night.
If you value yourself, as far as if you go to book yourself out somewhere and you will work for free, that's exactly what you're worth.
Right.
Is nothing. Because if you don't value your work whatsoever, to think that you don't have to be or you shouldn't be paid for what you're doing, because this is still always a business. It always has that word in it. Every shoot interview you hear a guy say the business. Well, guess what? A business makes money.
We don't claim you.
Yeah, I know. That's not.
I guarantee right now when he's watching this, he's sitting there going, "Fuck them."
Yeah. We were training a lot of the students that were coming through. We were putting into matches there, and when they're in a tag team environment like that,